Hello everyone, this is going to be another Starcraft 2 video. I'm spawning in the top right on Steps of War as Terran, and I have a Zerg opponent in the bottom left. A little update on how things have been going for me since I've got my new fast expand build. I'm definitely getting a lot less early losses versus Zerg and Protoss. However, I'm still playing badly. I made some dumb mistakes losing them, and also TvTs, which used to be like my best, are now like my worst matchup. I think people are getting good at the strategy of it, and it's such a high micro game that that's in TvT that I don't think I really have the hand speed for it. If you try some sort of cheese or rush on me, I can usually hold it off and counter for the win. But if we're both playing like standard, you know, Vikings, tanks, expanding, whatnot, I can give a good game, but it usually ends up as a loss for me. So I think I've actually been playing under 500 since I've gotten my new build order, so I've dropped down to 30-something from the Diamond League. But I'm confident maybe I can get this back. I've also been getting a lot of the maps I don't like, so this was a nice change of pace for me. It's like, yes, Steps of War. Steps of War, Lost Temple are my two favorites. Metalopolis is close behind. And the other maps have thumbs up, not so much. Although I seem to always win on Kulos Ravine, but I'm still not super comfortable with it yet, so I wouldn't say it's a favorite, but it probably will be soon. So just to back up a touch here, I am coming in with my Scout SCV, and I actually saw this and contemplated it, and I made the wrong decision. I mean, obviously on a two-player map I want to check for the spawning pool to see if it's some sort of fast rush, and then I see this. I'm like, is that a Scout? I don't know. I wanted to chase after it and block this expansion attempt. So I go into his base, I see there's no spawning pool, I'm like, god damn it, he's actually got the hatchery down. So he's going for a fast expand, so I'm not expecting much of any pressure on my front line. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, I guess at this point I'll probably just jump into questions. I have a question from 12341253321. And he asked, can you make a video about how to add alphabetic characters to my name? No, I'm just kidding. He asked a question about have you heard of the 1-Rax fast expand. Yeah, I have. And basically that is when you go, you know, supply depot barracks, and then your command center after the first barracks. And basically the strategy of that is you get no gas. You just get constantly, like everything you spend is minerals. So you get SCVs, you get your orbital, you get your barracks, and your builder is basically you go barracks, command center, then 2 more barracks. And then you keep pumping SCVs, you keep pumping marines, you get your orbitals down for even more, and then you throw like 3 bunkers at your front line. And in comparison of that strategy to mine, I would say mine is better in almost every way. You have a more solid defense once you got it up. You got your first command center down much earlier, so you get 2 bases going earlier. You get 2 command centers pumping out SCVs earlier, so you can get your SCV count up quicker. I think it gives you more options of like tech routes or Unix to go with after you get it down. However, the 1-Rax fast expand has probably only one advantage, but it's a pretty big one, and that is that your second command center gets to be an orbital command, so you get to get the double mule count. So yeah, if you YouTube, say this guy LZ Gamer, he uses it quite often. His mass marines that you have to get with it always looks like it's going to lose, but you know, sometimes it does lose, but sometimes he pulls it off. I don't really know how. I think it's definitely a build that would work well at our level, but when he uses it like pro level and like his pro level games, he usually doesn't have a whole lot of success with it. Also, LZ Gamer, even though he could kill us 100 out of 100 games, I think in terms of like these big name pros, he's probably one of the worst. It's fun to watch though. He's got his live stream if you kind of look for it. Okay, so we got another question from Fritz Dosferrod, saying, besides using Ghosts for cloaked EMPs, why don't you ever get nukes? I mean, you already got everything you need for it. And that is something that I have been thinking about some. Now, when I'm playing a Diamond League, you're not going to get the easy nukes. You're not going to be able to like plop it right here, and he won't move any of his SCVs, and you get to kill all his drones or something, or point on his army, and his army won't move. You're not going to get those wicked kills. He's going to pull the SCVs away. He's going to pull his army away. So, and then using a nuke on buildings doesn't do a whole lot of damage in StarCraft 2 like it does in StarCraft 1, so it's hard to find a good use for it. Like if you can find a clump of like supply depots or something, that's a nice thing to use it on. However, nukes also aren't as costly as they were in StarCraft 1. In StarCraft 1, I think they were like 200, and then 8 supply, and they took forever to build. Now they build faster, they're half the cost, and they don't cost any supply whatsoever. So the one thing I have been contemplating is either using it as a distraction or as a wall. And as a distraction, I mean like, okay, I'll nuke one of his expansions, but right after I start hitting his front line or something, and then maybe he won't be able to pull his units away or he won't notice it. Or another way is like, maybe I'll hit an expansion with my entire force, like say my force is here, and then I'll drop a nuke behind me. So either he spots the dot and knows, okay, I can't go running in, so the expansion's going to die, and there's nothing he can do about it, or he doesn't spot the dot and he comes and tries to attack me, and then the nuke lands on him. So those are different things I've been thinking about. Yeah, I may try mixing it up into my game. Probably only against Protoss for now, because I don't really go Ghost Academy versus any other race, but yeah, who knows what the future will hold. Okay, so yeah, throwing down some supply depots. I have scanned them. I've noticed. No, I haven't scanned them. I think at this point, all I know is he has a lair. Yeah, so I see the morph in the lair. Not quite sure what I'm up against. I've thrown down a couple air turrets here. Just a couple supply depots to spot for Nidus worms, and then up through one missile turret in my back of my base. Overlord Scout coming in. I think that's about all the knowledge he needs. There's a big pile of Marines he should know in going bio. But he's even going to get more. He's going to 3 racks, 4 racks, if he actually clicked on this barracks. And looks like he's taking out his Rockwall here. If you're Zerg and you got speedlings, you may as well send half of them around to the other side. You can take it down a lot quicker. Speed up a notch, I suppose. So I'm kind of stockpiled in the minerals a little too high. So things you can do when you're like that, you can queue up a ton of SCVs, or you can queue up a ton of supply depots. It makes your macro a lot easier if you happen to screw up and pool up too much resources. That was unfortunate. I completely missed that attack. Looks like he took down... Oh, I never even got that. Wait a minute, hang on. Okay, he took out my one missile turret before I even noticed, so I couldn't repair it. Now I have to pull back my SCVs, so I'm stopped mining for a long time, plus he took out a supply depot. So, not the greatest start there. And that's kind of a key supply depot for me, because I'm going to be supply capped at any moment here. And my mineral count's getting higher, which is bad. Zerg also doing a pretty good job of spreading his creep out here. So he's got on the field, he's got just the 2 queens, okay. Often you see a 3rd queen when they spread creep that well. That way you don't have to sacrifice spawning larvae. Stimulus are finding places to attack, just kind of annoying. So armory's down, I'm going to have to rebuild that to go beyond my 1-1 upgrades. And to have to throw down another missile turret. Every time he makes me build a missile turret, it's almost like a nice kill for him. Because it would leave me of 100 minerals I could have used for something else. Run away, yes, Marine. Let's do my factory scouting the bottom. Send a few Marauders. Don't like this creep expanding all over the map. It's such a huge advantage for Zerg. If you play Zerg, you have to expand your creep. First of all, it gives you vision of the map. And then you fight so much better when you're on creep because you have your speed. You can retreat like instantly without losing stuff. You can get quick surrounds with Zerglings. If you have two forces run into each other, you're the one who'll get the concave because your units will spread out faster. And if you're getting hit on different parts of the map, you can like quickly run your force from one side of the map to the other if you're running over creep. Being very good with this mutalists, always keep them active. Don't sacrifice your macro at home, but at the same time, keep an eye on what's going on. The great spotters are great for map control, and you can always just poke in and harass all the time. If we go to the army tab here, it's pretty close. I got about 10 count on him, and our income's pretty similar. He's got a third base, so he's up higher now, but our harvester count's similar. So once I get my third planted and moved over, it should be okay. So I think I know about the third base now. Yeah, I do. So I'm just coming in from the top here, and I'll be attacking this way. That was a mistake, actually. I meant to send in a couple of units to clear out that Zelnaga before I move my whole force up here. So now he knows where I am. So it is a good idea to scan in front, especially if you know there's banelings on the field. You want to know if they're burrowed. He's coming this side to prevent his retreat, but now I got my SCVs back. Pull back. Not the best reaction time there. But I did save some SCVs. Unfortunately, there's still banelings alive even after all the marauders died. So that is the end of that. Looks like almost every Zergling died as well, though, so I took out at least all the Zerglings and banelings. Let's go to the army tab again, and we can see things are still somewhat similar. That was probably a slight win for my opponent. I'm not sure if I got any drones or not. I don't think so. And he's still knocking down medevacs, which are kind of costly units for me, so nice little pick-offs by him there. So I am ready to move out with this command center. I might be waiting just to time it with an attack. If you're planning to make it an orbital, you can make it an orbital now. I'm planning to make it a fortress over here, though, so yeah. And then just doing my little scout thing with my Viking. See, basically I have the whole map covered. Just kind of go patrol everywhere that's not his base or my base, more or less. But there are no overlords spotting on this map, so Viking will not find much use. I'm setting up my third base now, so hopefully this income will get a little more evened out. Not give me a nice little lead. That's unfortunate timing. Needless coming over here just around the point I have all, like, at the point where I have all my SCVs there, but I don't have my missile turrets up yet. So he found that little window where he could harass. He actually could come back in because I never finished these missile turrets, but luckily he didn't test it out. So it looks like I am moving out here. I think this was mostly just to keep him on the defensive. So that was a good one to take out. It's good to take out the new ones, just because that's the one that can spawn more. And the Ursadak calf, just because I hate calves. I don't know. I have issues with my legs. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so yeah, that served a couple purposes. One, it got him on the defense. It probably made him pump out a bunch of units quickly to defend himself. Brought his mutalisks back, and I got to shut down his creep once more.